What is going on, Virgo? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Tawny Michelle, and today we are doing your 2018 December horoscope. I'm also going to be uploading tarot card readings for each sign within the next few days as well, so make sure you're looking out for those. Make sure you're subscribed with the bell turned on so you will get notified when your sign comes up. And also, I am doing very inexpensive birth chart readings right now. All the information is linked down below. It's been so fun doing so many readings for you guys so far. I've really enjoyed it, and I really enjoy helping you guys with questions that you have and giving you guys clarity and insight on some of the things you may be struggling with and some of the questions that you have. So it's been really neat so far, and I'm really enjoying it, and it helps me to help you guys. So I'm glad I've been able to do that for you guys. Also, make sure you're checking out your rising and moon signs, and also make sure you're checking out November's horoscope, because it can give you a lot of clarity watching a horoscope back at the end of the month and seeing why you may have went through some of the things that you went through and getting a little bit of clarity. I know it helps me. I always do that. So make sure that you're going back and watching and seeing what kind of clarity you get from it. It's definitely interesting. So anyways, with that all being said, grab a snack, get comfy, and let's get into your horoscope, Virgo. Okay, so here's the thing. With my astrology videos, I want to be as real with you guys as possible. If there is, I don't want to like scare you guys, but I also don't want to lie and tell you that, you know, your month is going to be rainbows and glitter and kisses and fairies and this, that, and the other, because it's not. Virgos, you guys are going through a really fucking rough time right now. And I mean, it's in the astrology. Not all of you guys might be. I mean, some of you guys might just, you know, your charts might be different. But, you know, I feel like most Virgos have been going through the fucking ringer. You know, I know a few Virgos, and I know that all of them have been going through the ringer. There's a lot of relationship stuff going on. There's a lot of home stuff going on, a lot of work stuff going on. And it just, I know you guys are like ready to just give up. I know it, and I'm so sorry. I said this, and I think Sag, because they had some things that indicated that there may be some issues with relationships, but I don't normally like to, you know, say, oh, there's going to be a breakup, like you have to break up with your partner. And I would never say that you have to break up with your partner. But even when there's like some tough relationships aspects, I might say that there's some tough relationship aspects, or there's going to be some, you know, things coming up with relationships. But I don't normally like to just come out and say there's going to be breakups and stuff like that, because, you know, I hate when people do that. You know, a breakup doesn't, you know, just because there's tough relationship aspects doesn't mean there has to be a breakup. It could be something transformational. It could be something like a lesson being learned in a relationship. Death and rebirth happens all the time, not just in the physical sense, but in relationships and us as human beings and things like that. But with this, with your guys's astrology, this is probably the most that I've seen that indicates that something, and it may not be your partnership, and it may be your partnership, but something or someone in your life needs to be let the fuck go of, and you just keep hanging on. Now, this might not be for everyone, like I said. You know, listen to the rest of the reading, see where it resonates, and leave what doesn't. But something in your guys' life needs to be let the fuck go of, whether that's old friends, old people, addictions, relationships, belief systems, any of that stuff. Something in your life, it is time to let go of and move on, and quit trying to keep making something work that's been dead for a long time, that's not going anywhere. It is time, it is a new time for you, Virgos, and the universe wants to give it to you, but you have to be willing to let go of the old and start with the new. And I'm just being real with you guys. Like I said, I don't want to sugarcoat shit, but at the same time, you know, I don't want to scare you. But, you know, letting go is a natural process. Like, it is okay to let go. And I know it hurts like a mother effer. I know it's painful. You know, most of the time, the things that we're holding on to, it's because we don't want to let go of them. You know what I mean? But the universe is just going to keep putting things in front of you, and eventually it's just gonna separate you yourself, and it might not be then it won't be on your timing, and it's normally a lot more painful when it's not on your timing. I know it is for me at least. So I just wanted to say that really quick. You know, we'll get into a little bit more detail, but I just wanted to say that to you guys really quick. I know that my Virgos out there are going through some struggles. Most of them are. Feel free to talk amongst each other, to talk to me down in the comments below, to talk about it, get it off your chest. That's what the comments are there for. You know, I always like try to reply and like my comments and stuff. So definitely share your struggles down below, you know, so other people can see them, other Virgos can see them and relate to them, and, you know, maybe get some hope or some clarity or resonate and relate to it and know that they're not the only ones going through something, you know what I mean? So anyways, Venus enters Scorpio the very beginning of December. So it goes back into Scorpio. It was just there the beginning of September and all through September. So you may want to think back to September and any like new things that were possibly started in September, because Venus may be coming back to kind of like finish the job. And it's going to be there until the end of January. So Scorpio for you, Virgo, is your third house of communication, the mind, short travels, technology, things like that. And Venus is the planet of relationships. So Mercury is also going to be coming back into Scorpio. It's retrograding from Sag back into Scorpio. And Venus and Mercury are actually covering ground that Saturn covered from 2012 to 2015. So if you think back to those years, what might have been going on in your third house of communication, projects, short travels, the mind, things like that, like there could be a similar theme coming up right now. It could be healing some of those things or putting an ending or kind of closing a chapter to what Saturn started back in 2012 around, I want to say Halloween. So with Venus being the planet of relationships and your communication house, I feel like there's going to be some deep communicating going on. Scorpio also rules, you know, lies, deception, things like that. So either lies that you've told or lies that maybe your partner has told, or just maybe other relationships that you have where there has been lies or something hidden, secrets. They may be coming to light with Venus coming back into Scorpio, and then Mercury also going back and retrograding here. But this is probably going to come to light through technology or possibly even communication. So then on December 7th, there's going to be a new moon in Sagittarius, which is your fourth house of home, family, stability, your home life, Virgo. I think this is going to bring up your home life slash security slash foundation versus your relationships. Now, this doesn't just have to be your loved ones, your partners. This can be your friends, people you hang out with, just bonds that you have with people that form relationships. So I feel like this is going to be your family home life versus your relationship life. You might have the urge to actually get out of the house and have new experiences with new relationships and new people. And honestly, like, as far as the astrology goes, like, I think it's good to do that. I think it is good to get out of the house and form new healthy relationships with people. Just make sure they are healthy, Virgo, and not toxic, because I know, you know, I know some of you guys may be feeling like you just want to crawl back in the hole, like you just want to stay in this darkness that you may have been in and just isolate from the world or hang out with toxic people and like self-sabotage because you're so like just ready to like just give up almost. I think that the best thing for you to do is to find healthy relationships, find the people in your life that you can trust, and, you know, form healthy bonds with people. Don't try to go too crazy. Don't try to like, you know, go to the fullest extent. Don't do too much because it is Sag season and risk are very, very high here. You know, accidents are very, very high here. So just really make sure that you're doing it at a very, you know, like letting loose but not going to the fullest extent, if that makes sense. So then Mercury is going to move back into Sag mid-December, and like I said, Sag is your 4th house. This is definitely going to bring up some talking, some communicating, some thinking when it comes to your relationships and what you really want and where you really want to go and what you really want to do and who are you and who do you want to be and what's good for you and what's best for you and what's the healthiest for you, Virgo. This could also bring a lot of thinking and communication regarding your home life. You could be looking into a new living situation. You could be looking into moving. You could be looking into changing your current situation. But with Mercury here in Sag, you know, there's almost like an urge here of like, let's just jump the gun and do what feels good because this is how I feel right now. And with Mercury here, it's really telling us to like think and really think things through and, you know, not to like act on emotion and do things out of emotion and do things out of stress, and to really like analyze this and make sure it's what you really actually want to do and fact check things before you do anything or make any big decisions regarding your home life. This could also be making certain things appear more than they may be. It may be a good time to keep someone with you that you wholeheartedly trust, like a good friend, a family member, or something that can give you good advice if you are like moving or looking at new places or thinking about changing your living situation. Maybe get their advice and take them with you to go do those kinds of things and really like get a second opinion. So then December 22nd, we are also going to have a full moon in Cancer, and this is going to be, because it is a full moon, it's going to be about endings and closure. And with Cancer, this is, you know, about your emotions and things like that, because Cancer rules emotions. This is also about family, because Cancer rules family and comfort. There may be like a sense of doing some things that you may be uncomfortable with, but honestly, I feel like this is going to be a very powerful full moon. I feel like this might give you some motivation. This full moon is going to be happening in your 11th house of groups, social circles, things like that. So it's really going to be having you look at your groups, your social circles, the people that you surround yourself with. This may also be bringing new people into your life or old people into your life that you can trust. And just embrace these new friends, embrace these new people coming into your life that are trying to guide you and show you things, and have to let the new come in, you know, but you have to let the old go first to let the new come in. Once the new comes in, it's replacing the old and giving you something better. So I feel like how this month kind of goes is kind of gonna be, I mean, obviously it's going to be a very deeply transformational month. I feel like you might go through some changes for sure. It's going to be a lot about comfort, what you're comfortable with, what you're not comfortable with. Are you willing to, you know, keep avoiding the uncomfortable because it's easier to be comfortable? But really, when it comes down to it, it's not easier to be comfortable because you're miserable in the comfortable situation that you're living in or that you're staying in and choosing to stay in. So I feel like, you know, this month is going to really be up to you, Cancer, and how you know, your decisions, the decisions that you make this month is going to dictate how this month is going to go for you. If you are willing to let some things go for new things to come in, Virgo, then I feel like this could really, really help you. Like, yeah, it's going to be hard. You know, there's going to be a loss of something if we let things go. So that's definitely going to be somewhat painful. But at the same time, new things are going to come in and they're going to show you the way, and it's going to be new beginnings for you. I really think that with Venus coming into your 3rd house of communication, the mind, and things like that, you're going to have a lot of things to do with relationships on your mind. If there are endings, when endings happen, new beginnings happen. Work with the universe. You know what I mean? Work with the universe. Go with the flow. If you know you need to cut some things out and you know you need to let some things go, then by all means do it. If they're not making you happy anymore, then do it. But, you know, you're not truly going to cut them out until you're 100% sure that they need to go, until you're 100% sure that there's something better for you and the unknown looks better than the known. You know what I mean? Like, when you get to that point where the uncomfortable starts looking more appealing than the comfortable, that's when you know that you're ready. So, I mean, if you're not ready, you're not ready. You can't help that. That is pretty much your guys' horoscope for December 2018. Hang in there, Virgo. I will be also doing your guys' tarot card reading within the next few days, so make sure that the bell is turned on so you can get notified when that comes up. That might also give you some clarity. And I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.